What is good, Crypto Nation? A little bit of different video today. Heading out to the spot right now, check out the house. Usually when I get bored or something, you know what I'm saying, I go back to the house and check it out. Get a little bit of inspiration, you know what I mean, of, you know, why I need to continue to grind. I will always stress to you guys that you always at all times need to you need to have a grind. You need to have some kind of motivation to get you through the day, to get you through the week, to motivate you to be better. You know what I mean? To motivate you to be better. And I hope that
9 millies, Stendo 47s. They want us to hold this on, but we ain't giving up our weapons. It's the USA, motherfucking USA.
That was crazy. I just saw a freaking saw a sheriff, so I was like, let me put the camera down so I don't get arrested. But like I said, you guys need to find something that motivates you, keeps you grinding, keeps you honest, and basically, man, gets you through the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some goals. You gotta set goals. You gotta have some hunger, man. You gotta be hungry, man. You gotta be hungry for something. You gotta get to the point in your life where you just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just hungry, man. Like, no matter what you have to do, like, you're gonna do it, even if you've never wanted to do it. And right now I'm headed over to the neighborhood that we saw, that I'm building in. That when we first saw it, we really wanted it. So we went to a couple of other ones that were pretty nice as well, but the location was great, but the location from where we both work, obviously, we still both work for the military, me and my wife. It wasn't the best location. I mean, it was very far out, and it would take forever to get home, forever to get to work. So ultimately we decided against it. But let's take a look at these. Well, this is not the actual new portion of the homes, this neighborhood that I'm in right now. Let me show you. This is like this is an older neighborhood. This neighborhood is old. The company we're building with, they're building in the back on all new ground. So the houses are a lot bigger. These homes are older, like I said, from a different company years ago. But I'm gonna talk to you a little bit more about that when we get there. But yeah, I mean, this was the motivation. I remember seeing Raj driving through neighborhoods, looking at big ass houses and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, dude, it's so weird how you find people that are just like you. Obviously, there's differences, but the stuff that he was doing was the shit that I was doing, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, that is so weird that that we do the same things. So look at that. These are some of the homes. These are some of the homes that are around. Some of them are really nice. I think they're nice. Got to watch a bunch of football today. Was watching the Steelers game before I left Kansas City. But this is what I do. This is what we did. This is what I did before even making the decision on this house. And I'm gonna tell you how it came about. So right now we're headed over to the house. It's down there. It's the one on the stilts, on the sticks. It's the one with the sticks. I would do this, and my wife is like, she's like the stickler, man. She is the one that when you're dreaming, she will quickly bring you back to reality. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you stay there. So I would always be riding around. And I would tell her, I say, you know what? One day we're gonna build a house. I'm gonna build a big ass house for us. And I've always said that, being in the Army, because we moved around so much. But I told her, I said, I'm gonna build a big ass house just for us. And there it goes. And I would drive around the neighborhoods, and I would look at different houses that I would like. She would kind of laugh it off and be like, I don't know how you think we would afford this, but we can't afford it basically. So let's go take a look. So I finally said, you know what? Fuck that. We can afford it. We're gonna be able to afford this. She would say, how? Like, I don't know yet. But we're gonna be able to do it. That was before getting out of the Army, and I was wanting to build before we left the Army. She advised against it because, you know, once you get out, you know, you have a little bit of time to where you gotta find a job, do all kinds of stuff, and, you know, basically that's what happened. Decided not to build right away. I was pretty upset. Tired of renting, but her voice of judgment made a lot of sense. So we did that, and I waited. You know what I mean? But now this is time, man. You know what I mean? I said to myself, I said, you know what? Let's see if I can sit down right here. See if I can sit down right here. There's a lot of sawdust. See if I can sit down right here and talk to you. So that's what started me off, man. We rode around this neighborhood, and it's an expensive neighborhood, you know, that they're building up. So didn't know how I was gonna pay for it. I did get a job a month after my last day in the Army, and back to where I was working before as a soldier, but now as a civilian. Pay was decent, but we kept looking around at houses, and I said, you know what? This is not satisfying. This is not what I want. I said, I want a house of my own. I want my own legacy. I don't want to live in somebody else's house. I don't want that for my family and myself. So we're gonna build a house. And I started looking into it. The more I started looking into it, I realized how expensive it was. You know, and whatnot, and had a little faith and said, you know what? I don't know how we're gonna do it, man, but it's gonna get done. And once I started listening to Earl Nightingale, which Raj put me on to Earl Nightingale. Once I started listening to people like Eric Thomas, once I changed my mind frame from being an absolute rebel, and I met some of my brothers over there, some of my brothers that are in this city, that are affiliated with the NOI. That's the Nation of Islam, if you don't know. And I got my mind frame checked out, got my mind frame sorted. I started really feeling a big connection to God, and started feeling a real big connection of wanting to revitalize everything that I've done and make it better and do better. And I really felt that everything was possible. And these things have become possible. I just trusted in Him, kept trying to better myself, and as I started to do things, these unbelievable things have started to happen to me. These unbelievable things started happening to me. Things that you wouldn't think are possible are now starting to be made possible. Things that I would have thought 6 months ago were not possible, that could never happen, they're happening. The funny thing is, when we started looking for a house, we had settled on one because it was small enough. We weren't really happy with the size and whatnot, but it was something that we could afford. And then I said, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to move it up. We're going to move it up, and we're going to get the biggest one. I want this plan. I want to completely customize it. And the guy was like, well, how are you gonna pay for it? And one thing by thing just started dropping, making the life better. You know what I'm saying? Like, got good news from the Army and all that stuff, and that I wasn't expecting, and so that bumped me up a little bit as far as my finances. And then, you know, the job came through with a pretty decent pay. So one by one, things just started taking off, and then this crypto thing just started exploding. You know what I mean? It started exploding, and I just started setting goals, unattainable goals, but that I would think that were for myself, but goals that I think could have made the difference, and that's what I did, man. And so far, all of it has led me here and now. When people told me that that it wouldn't be possible, when people told me that this shit was fake, showed me that it wasn't real, it's very real. I'm standing in it. This is one of the dreams that I had. One of them is coming to life. It's coming to life right now. It's coming to life. Made possible by God, executed by myself. Can't do it without Him. So I've set bigger goals. I've set new goals, new things that I want to accomplish in my life. And those are going to happen. You're going to take losses in life. Shit, I've already taken some. You know what I mean? You got to take responsibility and take action. You live and you learn. You strive to do better. But this is real, man. I'm really, really happy with the way things are turning out. And I'm trying to be grateful because, like I said, I know that with success comes failure. And usually in life, when things are always up and they're good and they're going well for you, God will challenge you. He'll put an obstacle in your way because He wants to test to see how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to crack and fold? Are you going to fold with a new, with newfound success? Are you still going to be able to grind? Are you still going to be a grinder? You know? Or have you just been made soft? What are you gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to get this house built. And next, I'm gonna pay off that car. Then get my wife her car. Whatever she wants. Now we're just gonna save money and be happy, man. We're gonna live. I want to be able to. Ultimately, I want to be able to live. You know, I've always wanted to be rich, but rich is not enough. You know what I mean? Basically, what I've always wanted to do was live a lifestyle that I wanted for myself. A lifestyle that meant I can get up when I want to. I don't answer to very many people. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get up in the morning, make breakfast, take my kids to school, all the while still earning money. Still earning money, more money than I would at my job. And just have fun. When I go to restaurants, not worry and look at the price and say, oh, that's $40. You know, that's too expensive. I don't know if we can afford that. You know, not worrying about stuff like that. When we go out to shop, not worrying about how much I got left in the bank account. What bills came out? What bills haven't come out yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I don't want to live like that anymore. And there's nothing wrong with living like that, but I've lived like that for too long, and I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? I don't have to have the fanciest car on the block. I don't need that, but I want a car that I like. I want a car. I want to drive something that I want. Something that I can afford and feel comfortable with and feel great about my purchase. I want to feel great. I want to eat what I want. I want to eat good, but I want to eat what I want. I want to be able to enjoy myself with my family when we go out. I want to be able to say, hey, you know what? I know that we're working right now, but fuck it. Let's stop. Next week, let's just go get on a plane and go take a vacation. You know, take like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And go live. Let's just go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go somewhere. Let's get on a cruise. Let's go out and get on a boat and go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like I'm spontaneous. My wife has always been the one that's very grounded. I'm a nomad. Spontaneous. I've always just, let me just get up and go. I don't belong to any one place. You know what I mean? And that's how I've always wanted to live my life. And that's why I joined the Army, because the Army gave me that satisfaction. It gave me the ability to go and see everything that I wanted to see. And I loved it. And I didn't want to get out, but, you know, things had to change. So that's what it is. So I'm looking to still continue that lifestyle, seeing new things, not being grounded in one place for too long. Now I know I got a house and I have to be grounded here, but even that kind of commitment doesn't ground me. I can always find somebody to rent this house. You know what I'm saying? I can always find a military personnel that's right over next to the base to rent this house. I can always find somebody to do this. I'm not locked down by any physical things here in this world. You know what I mean? You gotta be ready to be on the move. I just want to enjoy life. My dreams, the dreams of these people, look at this. The dreams of those people that are building too, they're building their dreams as well. Beautiful out here, man. Beautiful. This is what I wanted. Step one of the process is live. Even the haters. Because I inspire the haters as well. That's why they keep coming back. They want to see you fail. Why? Because they're used to failing. Don't be used to failing, man. Change your life. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.